Yeah, Gerald, I heard a former Major General in the Australian military today talking through just the difficulty of a ground incursion in there and how hard it's going to be for the Israelis because of that network of tunnels and the fact that they've got all of this rubble from the missile bombings. It looks like being one hell of a tough job. As the Israeli military are probably some of the best trained soldiers in the world, but even they are going to find that hard, aren't they?
It's certainly going to be difficult, which is why we're seeing, in my view, the caution that's being taken in the step-by-step process and doing as much damage from the air. It looks terrible on television, but you've got to uproot that genocidal force. It's like getting rid of ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Beheading women, children. I won't go through all the atrocities, but there's no choice. These people have this whole military. It's a very, very virulent, brutal operation, and Israel has to defend its citizens by doing it. I think Alexander Downer, who I've met many times and I have a great deal of respect for, he's on the board of the organization I run called NGO Monitor, and he said it right. It has to be done. Israel has no choice. And I think all those people are out there demonstrating and accusing Israel of war crimes and all sorts of other terrible things, just want to see the terrorists win and kill as many Jews as possible. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, some of the images that we saw on Sky this afternoon and some of the description of what actually happened on the 7th, it just beggars belief. I mean, that's not human behaviour.
It's the same model, exactly the same model as we saw with ISIS or Daesh, and the beheadings that were televised and everything else. It's to intimidate, it's to dehumanize Jews and Israelis. As I said, it's not going to happen. I want to raise one other point that you and Alexander Downer just recently mentioned. We've had in Israel a lot of support. You saw President Biden here landing with the whole entourage, a lot of American military support, which is essential to deal with the Iranian threat in the north, to Hezbollah. We've seen the heads of government of Britain and of France and of Germany and many other important democracies. And Israelis are asking, where's Mr. Albanese? Where are the Australians? And I know that there are internal domestic difficulties. That's something Australia has to deal with. It's not my issue to judge. But the fact that there's no high-level Australian official here is something that Israelis are very aware of. We consider Australia to be an ally, a member of the Club of Democracies, under threat from various other actors out there that want to destroy us. And I think it's important to see a much stronger support, not just in words, but physically here with us. And we hope that the Australian Prime Minister and Foreign Minister will be here soon, joining their colleagues.
Well, let's hope that happens. Yeah, let's hope that happens. Gerald, thank you very much for joining us. Gerald Steinberg there.